Would you consider yourself a high performer in your life? What about a high performer in the bedroom? If you're here watching this right now, you either have dreams of becoming a high performer or at least performing better than you currently are now. One of the most common things that holds men back, even some of the men we call high performers, is porn. It affects men who are seemingly at the top of their game, like Terry Crews and Russell Brand. It affects men who are on the journey of trying to better themselves just as much as it affects men who have no clue what their purpose is. It's pure toxicity. So today, I'm bringing in the heavy-hitting advice of a high-performance expert named Brendon Burchard. And we're going to take a look at his high-performance framework and apply it exactly to removing porn and masturbation. And that way, you too can be a high performer in your life and the bedroom. What's up, man? Welcome back to Morningwood Academy, where we dive deep into men's health and personal transformation. Brendon Burchard is one of my long-term mentors, and I highly recommend reading his books like the one right here, The Motivation Manifesto, or attending his live events. They are so worth it. However, while they're amazing, they aren't necessarily directed exactly at removing porn or masturbation out of your life. And that's exactly what I've done for you here today. So let's dive into what he calls high performance habits and how they can specifically help you stop masturbating and crush your porn addiction once and for all. And while I try to keep this topic as lighthearted as possible, I mean, all jokes aside, this is a very serious topic. Porn isn't just some harmless act, right? It's damaging relationships, self-worth, mental health, and not to mention your erection quality. And so today I want to show you how you can break free from that. Now, clarity just isn't about understanding what you want. We all know we want to stop flogging the dolphin to some two-dimensional screens, right? More importantly, clarity is about why you want it. Brendon emphasizes the need to define your goals clearly and understand your motivations. Because for me, I knew I wanted to stop watching porn, but it wasn't until I finally associated becoming a father and starting a family that I actually grew the balls to stand up for myself and cut away the things that didn't serve me anymore. They say that you get what you focus on. So many guys are saying, I don't want porn. I don't want to masturbate. And what do they get? More porn, more masturbation. So for me, it was when I finally shifted my focus. I want to become a father. And I kept my focus there. And eventually, because I was so focused on the why motivation, I started to take less destructive actions. And I started to catch myself when I got triggered, and I started consistently doing my replacement behaviors and my pattern interrupts. And I did these on a regular basis because all I was focused on was becoming a father, not just removing porn and masturbation. I was fueling the side that I wanted to grow. You have to have a strong reason. Why you're doing this is so much more important and motivating for you internally than just saying, I want to remove porn. I want to stop fapping. Can you see that? So, how do we start with getting deep clarity? Well, you guessed it. You start by asking yourself, why do I want to quit porn and masturbation? What do you hope to gain by stopping? Is it better relationships, higher self-esteem, more confidence, improved mental health? Maybe you have a dream of starting a family like I did. Define what a porn-free and masturbation-free life looks like for you and write that down, bro. Clarity will help you stay focused on your goal. It's not going to be perfect, but I can guarantee you if you don't have clarity, you're going to get whatever you settle for. And as you can see right now, you're settling for a life that you're not in love with. Get clarity first. Understand the deeper reason why you actually want to stop. And then we can set up the next steps. What I'd recommend right now is just keep watching the video, maybe even watch it a few times. And once you're alone and you have your pen and paper, then dive deep into some journaling questions and seek clarity for yourself. Now, Brendon says that high performers manage their energy effectively, ensuring they stay physically and mentally energized throughout the day. But a lot of times for guys who are addicted to porn, they just don't have all the energy to do too much because they just gave it all to their crusty tube sock, okay? You know what I'm talking about. Porn can drain all your energy and leave you feeling lethargic, burnt out, or just plain old depressed. This means that for you, this is going to be extra important. You have a habit of depleting your energy stores, and I'm saying you actually need to generate more energy and manage it effectively. Trust me, I know what you're saying right now. What's the use of managing my energy when I feel tired all the time? I might as well enjoy a 15-minute FAP session and just deal with the consequences. But did you just hear that? If your thoughts resonated with what I just said, I totally feel you, but that's because you don't have clarity. You don't fully grasp why you want to make this change. If a man who's on a quest to start a family knew that this 15-minute shake weight commercial is actually going to keep him from starting that family, then he might think twice about diving balls deep into his tube sock. Yeah, that sock, it didn't sign up for this life. Give it a break, man. So, what do we do to generate new energy? And how do we manage it once we have it? First, it's kind of obvious, but focus on generating positive energy through physical exercise. I know you already know that exercise has nothing to do with reversing PIED, but there are so many other benefits of it. It needs to be stated again here. You do not have to run a 4-minute mile, okay? Even a brisk walk to help get your heart rate up will help. If you have any questions on any other exercises you can do, let me know, okay? I will help you to plan something for your level of fitness. Also, just making sure that you're conscious about what you eat. Healthy eating can dramatically play a role in your energy levels. I'll make a video about that in the future, but for this video, you already know what's healthy for you. So I want you to steer clear of one main thing. They're called PUFAs, polyunsaturated fatty acids. These are the oils that they fry things in, and they put in foods to make them last longer sitting on the shelves. They are pure poison, and if your body ingests them, it starts to build up all kinds of inflammation and causing a ton of issues. PUFAs are in so many things. So when you look at the ingredients on the labels, make sure you check for oils like canola, rapeseed, soybean, and anything else labeled oil. And try to focus on getting whole foods, natural foods. The oils with the least amount of PUFAs are like coconut oil, olive oil, and avocado oil. If you must have oil in your food, aim for it to be one of those, not canola. All right, and so now I want to give you a little demonstration that you need to do with me. So the next piece is on breath work. All right, now breathing. What the heck, man? Why am I going to do this? Well, it's because you have a natural energy generator within you, and all it takes is about 1 minute for you to feel the effects. Okay? So what I want to do with you right now is called box breathing. And what happens is we're going to inhale for 4 seconds, holding the top for 4 seconds, exhaling for 4 seconds, holding the bottom for 4 seconds. All right, and then you inhale again for 4 seconds. It becomes a box. So take a deep breath in, let it go. Here we go. Inhale, hold, exhale, hold, inhale, hold, exhale, hold, inhale, hold, Exhale. Hold. Last time. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Hold. All right, bro. Now continue breathing slowly through your nose. And just see how you feel. Do you feel focused? Do you feel calm? Can you find somewhere inside of that calmness a level of confidence? You just manufactured this feeling. You did this. You can do this in 1 minute. You can generate these feelings, these emotional feelings. You're a badass, bro. Remember that. And as you continue to live your life, when you find yourself in difficult situations, anxiety-producing situations, remember the power of your breath. This is the energy generator right here. All right, man, so moving on, the last one, but one of the most important components of generating energy is proper sleep. You know how they say that you need to sleep about 8 hours a night? Well, that's bullshit, okay? If you research your sleep cycles, you'll know that we sleep around 90 minutes before the cycle repeats. Well, if you stack up 90 minutes and then another 90 minutes over and over again during the night, you never land on 8 hours. You do, however, land on 7.5 and then at 9 hours. So if you have a choice, you can set your alarm for 7.5 hours and feel even more rested than sleeping for 8 hours and feel groggy when you wake up because you woke up right in the middle of your sleep cycle. And of course, man, you should be eliminating all the screen time at least 2 hours before bed. And make sure you don't have any lights on in your room when you sleep. You want the room to be completely dark. All right, this isn't a quick fix, bro. These are actual lifestyle changes that, when taken seriously, can help you generate more energy and change your life. They say that how you do one thing is how you do everything. So for men who don't prioritize their energy, they also don't prioritize themselves in general. Okay, and then that transfers into so many other things in their life, like watching porn and masturbation, even when you know you don't want to. It's not the quick fix, just the real fix. And listen, man, if all these things seem too crazy to dive into, then I just want you to start small, okay? Tomorrow morning, try a cold shower finisher. That's when you take your normal shower with heat, but at the end, you switch it all the way over to the cold water, and you just take it like a man until your body adapts. And that's usually within a minute or two. It'll wake you up faster than a double shot of espresso, and it'll build mental toughness. So the next time you feel a trigger, you'll have that extra edge to beat it. Remember we were talking about clarity and understanding why we want to stop watching porn and masturbation? Well, high performers feel a deep sense of necessity to create this life. If you're hungry, you're going to stand up and go get some food because it's a necessity. But so many lethargic guys just stay glued to their computer screens and FAP because they don't have any clarity. They don't have the energy. And without those, they don't even believe it's possible. So they never even develop the necessity to try. What's the use? I'm just gonna relapse tomorrow anyways. Sound familiar? The fix to this is to tie your identity to someone who doesn't need porn or masturbation to feel good. You do not want those things in your life anymore. Become that version of yourself who's just above that shit, man. And then remind yourself daily why it's important, why it's necessary to quit. Whether it's to save your current relationship, or to finally get into a relationship, to improve your mental health, or start a family like it was for me. Create a strong enough why that drives you to stay committed. And remember, it's who you become on this journey that creates all the positive results ahead. You don't magically wake up and one day you have the dream girl. You have the hardest directions of your entire life, right? It doesn't work that way. It's the work that you put in consistently over time that gets you there. It's the small incremental steps that anyone can take to get you there. Raise the necessity and be okay with failing from time to time. You're taking new actions. It's expected that as you push into this new territory and expanding as a man, that you're gonna fall every once in a while. As long as you get back up and understand that you are not a person that quits because you have clarity on your desired outcome and why you want it. You are not the kind of person who gives up easily. And let's be real, every day you wait, porn digs a little deeper and deeper. And the longer you let it control your life, the harder it gets to break free. So today is the day. Start building that necessity and don't let this habit take another piece of your life. Interesting, right? How does this resonate with you? Productivity is about focusing on what truly matters and making progress towards those goals. Sound right to you? Productivity in this scenario can be looked at in two different ways. There's the mindset of becoming so productive that you just don't have time to fap. And you're so busy on your mission of life that you can't slow down and you don't want to slow down. That's amazing because in this way, you're living your dream life. And if you just stay productive and focused on the goal, you'll eventually hit it. The other way of looking at productivity is in this sense. It's that most guys who are watching this right now, if you're honest with yourself, you probably enjoy a little ease, a little flow. You might even just drift with the wind, wherever life takes you. If the wind blows to the right, you're going over there. If it goes left, you're going over there. You don't want to ruffle any feathers. So as you sit on your couch for another FAP session with your faithful crusty tube sock, it's sometimes just easier to sit and to let things happen than actually stand up against the path of least resistance and actively do something else. Actively choose to channel that energy into something productive. This is where the replacement behaviors and the pattern interrupts really come into play. You have to choose to be productive and actually do them if you want to see any of the long-term benefits. Or in other words, if you continue to choose the path of least resistance and be lazy and unproductive and just let your energy shoot out of you every time that you feel a little stressed or a little lonely or sad, you're never going to level up and you're never going to change your situation. And a lot of this could be solved if you just had the clarity about where you want your life to be. Be productive in improving your circumstances. The best way to do this is to identify the times when you're most tempted to watch porn and act out, and then replace those moments with productive activities. Every guy is going to have a little bit different of activities, but you need to set these up in advance. If you're waiting until you get triggered to figure them out, you're heading for a lot of heartache and a lot of chafing from that crusty tube sock, man. All right? If you need any help with your replacement behaviors, shoot me an email so I can help you. Influence isn't just about leading others and inspiring them to take positive actions, okay? More importantly, how do you influence yourself? If you say you're gonna do something, do you do it? Or do you let yourself slide? Which, by the way, is exactly what happens when you tell yourself that you're not gonna watch porn anymore, but you end up pushing the play button anyways. Building up influence in your own life will start to ripple outwards. But in my experience, it needs to be authentic, right? This is an area where if you're faking it, you might be okay in the short term, but in the long run, you're just faking it. And usually what happens is guys eventually just cave in and they end up binge watching scene after scene for multiple days in a row until their dopamine receptors are just so fried that they convince themselves finally that they're done for a bit. Being impeccable with your word is a value trait that I think is super important to cultivate. Is everyone perfect? No, and thank goodness. But it's the effort that gets noticed. It's the effort that gets you where you want to go, not the perfection. Perfection is impossible. Perfection sits on the couch and faps because changing is just too hard. The easiest way to learn how to build up your own influence is actually to surround yourself with other people who are positive influences, people who support your goals and help you to stay accountable. You are the average of the people that you spend the most time with. And if you're rubbing elbows with other people who are accountable, and if they say something you know it's going to happen, then you start to become that person too. And over time, when you see their lives, you see their friends, you see their families, and they seem like they have it all put together, it's because they had influence over themselves at some point in their journeys. And then it just became part of their identities. We all face different types of challenges. Hanging out with people who are capable of overcoming their challenges can give you a positive association that it's even possible, and a boost in building up your own inner influence. You can even consider sharing your journey with a trusted friend or a mentor who can encourage you and hold you accountable. High performers demonstrate courage by taking bold actions, even when it's uncomfortable. Oh man, this has a lot to do with influencing yourself, but it's way deeper. Sometimes courage looks different than what you see in Transformers or Ninja Turtles. For some guys on this journey, courage might be as small as saying hello to that girl in the cafe that you like. Courage could also be saying no to hanging out with negative-minded friends. It could be showing up to the gym after the past 15-year break. Quitting porn and masturbation requires courage. You'll need to face uncomfortable truths about your habits and take bold steps through uncertainty to change them. This might mean seeking help. It might mean confronting triggers, to having really tough conversations, or making real lifestyle changes. Remember, courage isn't the absence of fear, but the willingness to act despite it. It takes courage to understand that the short-term gratification you're going to experience the next time you turn on porn is actually damaging you. It's actually poisoning your entire life. It takes courage to admit that because the side effects might not be immediately apparent, but soon you can start to feel the slow drip of poison affecting you in so many areas of your life. It takes courage to look at your life and honestly say that you deserve more than this. You're worth more than this life you've allowed to effortlessly materialize. And it takes courage to take these new steps. Even if the steps are small, like I teach in my academy, they're in a totally different direction and sometimes on very shaky footing. There's uncertainty, and it takes courage to overcome that. All right, I get that. But you want to know what the best part about courage is? The best part is that it's truly a skill set. And as with all skills, you can totally 100% improve it. And it follows you everywhere you go, and it ripples into other areas of your life as you live your life as the man that you want to be, the man you've grown into as you take purposeful steps towards your clear vision and you cut away the cords that had you tied down for so long. Well done, man. Welcome to life as a real man. Welcome to the journey. So, brother, Brendon Burchard's high performance habits offer a framework that can be directly applied to overcoming challenges like porn and masturbation addiction by seeking clarity, generating your own energy, raising the necessity, increasing your productivity, developing personal influence, and demonstrating courage as you live each day to the fullest, you can create lasting change in your life. These habits will help you build a stronger, unshakable mindset, help you focus on your long-term goals, and take consistent actions to eliminate unhealthy behaviors that no longer serve you, all while taking real steps towards the behaviors that bring you closer to the life of your dreams. I hope you rewatch this video in the future for even more clarity, but right now, I want you to take the next 10 minutes and take out your notebook, and I want you to dive into some of these. All right, you're the only one in your way. Would you agree with that statement? I mean, Nicolette Shea is not going to reach through the screen and press play for you, right? I think you'd also agree that if you're still watching this, it's time for you to step up and embrace the challenge of your best life and start taking new actions. This is 100% in your control. And if you are still here, bro, make sure that you erect that thumbs up, helping me reach even more men in need. It means so much to me, man. And in case your porn use has led you to suffer with PIED, make sure you check out this playlist right here that I created on crushing your PIED. And if you're new here, make sure you stimulate the subscribe button right here so you don't miss out on any future talks about men's health and personal transformation. Thank you so much for tuning in, brother. I'll see you in the next video. Much love.